Hi everyone and welcome to my channel ABYPA Crafts. My name is Angie and recently I uploaded my very first YouTube video, and it was a collection of all the crafts I have done through the years, and I had a request from Lakita to do a tutorial on these little pillows. And what they are is little mason jars, and I put a cover on them, and they're made from fabric. The ones that I had in the video were a primitive looking jar, and in primitives they call these ornies, shelf sitters, or bowl fillers. But I wanted to show you that you can do more than just primitives, and you can use these for different seasons or to match your home decor. I've made some Christmas little fabric jars here, and I just use stamps to stamp on them. You can go in and paint them, decorate them the way you want to. You can write on them, and you can make different sizes. So first of all, if you don't have a rubber stamp, you can always go on to Pinterest and type in mason jar image. But I'm going to try to put this one up for you. And let me explain first. This is the image. And if you don't have a way to put this on your fabric, the easiest way is to just hold it up to the window and put your fabric over top of it. And what I use, it's a very light material, and it's called muslin, and you can get it in different, either a darker color or a white. It's usually called a bleached color, but it's very inexpensive. So what I did is I put this out for you, and here is the little star that I use. These can just be cut out and used the same way, or if you go in here and cut, you can use this as a stencil and just dab around it. Here I have the topper, and you usually, what they call in primitives, they call this a homespun, but you can just use whatever color fabric you like, any print, and that is what this template here is. This one is for your stitch line, so that you can cut this out, lay it on top, and then just take a little marker, and I will show you that. If you're using a darker color, you can probably go in with a pin, but I did have it here, they have a pin that's a soluble pin. You can get it at Joann's or Walmart, and it'll wipe off with just a little bit of water, but it's just nice to make a pattern with. So first I'll show you what I did. To place my image, I did one layer of fabric to start out with. And what I do is go ahead and stamp as many as I want. If you're going to do these a lot, just lay it out and get as many done as you can. So first, I just stamped it. Now, you can use a StazOn. This is an ink that is permanent. Those who do primitives usually do a tea wash or coffee. The stain that I have on these today I don't use that technique. I just use a little dabber and some ink. But if you need to use permanent markers so that nothing will run. So then what I do is go in next with, now this is not a permanent ink, but because I am just leaving these inside, a lot of times you can decorate outside. I know a lot of people put stuff in window boxes, but just take your ink and your dabber, and then you just go around your edges to create the shadowing. And then next, I made this little template. You can go right in with whatever color you like. Just go ahead and dab that in. Now, if you're doing a different theme, you can always do holly leaves or pumpkins or hearts, whatever you choose to do. Then next, if you can just use a regular pen, or this is a permanent marker. Go in and write your words out. The one I have on here isn't real dark, so I'll go over it. And next, I took a brown marker. Now these ones that I have, I just found these yesterday at the Dollar General store, and they are a permanent marker. You can see right here, permanent. There's a lot of different colors, and I got these for $2, so I thought that was a great deal. So I just used the marker and went in and made little swirls, and these are to be grapevines. Now, at this point, I went and to my sewing machine, and I started sewing. Doubles. I doubled it now. You have 2 layers here. And I just came completely down straight. I didn't bother going into every one of these little bumps because I'm going to put the fabric over it. But I did make sure that I went into this indentation because you're going to need to make more definition when you place your top on. But I just simply went down, in. I didn't sew on the line. I came out around it a little bit, the whole way down and up around, leaving an opening for the stuffing. Once I did that, I cut it out and stuffed it. At that point then, I just went back through and sewed across the top. So that part is finished, other than putting the top on. Now for the top, I have a piece here, and I have a template, and that was cut from that 4-inch template. And here is the gather line. Now, I do have a pen that goes on this, and I can just put it on and wipe it. Oh, here it is. You can get these at Joann's or Walmart. Just wipe them off with a little bit of water. Center it. My circle isn't exactly straight, but that's fine. And I just do little zigzags because this is just going to give me an idea of where I need to put my needle. So here is a needle and thread, and what I do is take one long piece and I put the 2 cut ends into the eye of the needle, and that will create a loop on the end. Now I just take it from the top and I just start going in and out. Now if you're not using this template and you decide to use one off of the internet, the way to measure your top would be to make sure that it comes down over the top and on both sides, allowing enough together in case you wanted to put a little bit of fiber fill up in the top. So that's how I determined that mine took a 5-inch or 4-inch, 4-inch circle. So I'm just gathering. Oh, I hope I stayed on camera there. This is my very first tutorial, so if I'm not exactly clear on everything, please let me know, or stay on camera. That's my biggest thing here. That didn't take too long. Now I'm going to come back up to the top and pull it through. Now make sure you have quite a bit of thread because you can use this now to attach it and also to attach your embellishments. So here is my loop. And I have one here ready to go. And I'm just going to place it over the top. Now once you get it on there, you can make sure you're up through your loop and give it a little tug. And then you can rearrange it where you like it. And then what I do is just go back into it and out to the front different times, in and out, to make sure that it stays secure on all sides. This way I don't have to worry about hot glue, but if you would rather put it on with hot glue, that's fine too. I've done that. I just want to make sure it's all on here. Okay, now my string just come out of the eye of the needle. My hands are all stained up from my job, so please excuse those. And then back in, and I can come out to the front, and at this time I can add my embellishments. And here I've made a primitive button just out of a regular button. I doctored that up a little bit. Place it on. You can put a little ribbon around the top here, or little pip berries, and a little tag. Write on them whatever you want. You don't have to write what I wrote, but write whatever you want. And I just loop it up through and tie it off. And there you have it, a little fabric mason jar. You can gather this a little bit tighter than one I have on here, like I have on some of my other ones. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I have another one coming up soon, so thank you for tuning in. Once I have everything done, I go back in and place little red berries on. These are little pip berries. I either use a 3D dimensional paint, or you can just take paint in the back of your paintbrush and just dab it. That's pretty simple. Once I have everything done, I go back in and place little red berries on. These are little pip berries. I either use a 3D dimensional paint, or you can just take paint in the back of your paintbrush and just dab it. That's pretty simple.